Hi, my name is Rachel and I'm a librarian at the North Vancouver City Library. Today we're going to do a STEAM activity that requires very few materials called sink or float. You're going to take household items, put them in water, and you guessed it, see if they sink or float. It's a great way to talk about some physics concepts with your kids and also a good way to practice creating a hypothesis and testing it through experiment. So you're going to need a large container or bowl, preferably one that you can see through, filled with water. And the materials that you use to sink or float are up to you. You can choose materials or you can ask your kids to brainstorm some materials. Just make sure that the objects differ in size and in weight and in shape. So I'm using a metal spoon, a wooden spoon, a few different shells of shapes and sizes, a rock, a little colorful stone, a feather, a clothespin, and a golf pencil. Other things that you can use for items that you will use for sinking are coins, toy cars, and keys, and other items that you can use for floating are popsicle sticks, Lego, cotton balls, or foam. So let's get started. To begin, you can make a chart that will help you track your hypothesis and your results. So you see here, I have a chart listing all of the objects. I'm going to say whether or not I think they're going to sink or float. So you can ask your kids if they think each item is going to sink or float and why. Each time you put one of the objects in the water, you'll track your results, whether or not they actually did sink or float like we guessed. This is a great practice to test a hypothesis. Afterwards, you can discuss why they ended up sinking or floating. So I will start. The items that floated are less dense and have more surface area than the items that sank to the bottom. Once you've put all your objects in the water and you see the results of your experiment and compare them to your hypothesis, you can discuss why each item floats and sinks. Objects are made up of very tiny molecules. Molecules can be packed in very close together, like in a rock, or can be more spread out, like in wood. How closely molecules are crowded together in a space is called density. Density plays a large part in why some items float or sink. Objects with very tightly packed molecules are more dense than those with more spread out molecules. We hope you give this sink or float experiment a try. Make sure that if you do try it, you share it with us because we'd love to see your results. Thank you for watching.